Hey everybody, welcome back. So recently my good friend Jumpsuit Pablo took the whole internet on a ride. And a lot of people called it straight out of gate. A lot of people were concerned. A lot of people were confused. But now a lot of people are butthurt. So I want to kind of explain what happened with this whole situation with Jumpsuit. Myself, I was worried about the dude the whole time. Me and him are good friends. We stay in close communication. So as soon as I saw that he was going through some stuff, I immediately started texting him. I started calling him and he was not answering anything. So I was like, yo, maybe this is real. There were points where there were clues that this may or may not be a legitimate situation. Like some of it seemed a little wonky to me. I'm not going to lie. But if I went on the internet, well, I wasn't sure that my friend was okay, and I said, hey, I think this is cap, and then it turned out that he was in a bad situation and he ended up not with us anymore, how would have I looked afterwards? So I chose to report on it as objectively as possible while pointing out the things that might not make sense, but also bringing in a little bit of the reality of what happens in gang hostage situations like that. Whether you like him or don't like him, Pablo went pretty hard with this troll, and it even got the attention of world star hip hop. 1090 Jake was in his TikTok live the other day saying, I slide with you, bruh. So this got some big attention. It got him big views. It got him paid out on TikTok, no doubt, for sure. And I think that once you hear his explanation as to why he took us all on this ride, you're going to be like, you know what? Good looking, bruh. That was good on you. So yes, first we're going to go through the play-by-play and I'm going to show you exactly what he did because a lot of people haven't seen all of the videos. They've just seen little clips or here or there. Some of you don't know what's going on at all whatsoever when I'm talking about this. So I'm going to clue you guys in on each and every step of the way what went down. And then we're going to be talking directly with Jumpsuit. I got him on the interview. We talked it all out. You guys can make up your mind as to how you feel about this situation. And just so you know, I'm the first one who got Jumpsuit to sit down and talk with him because he felt bad. He kind of owed me one after keeping me concerned and worried for that long. So I got the first run of this. I got the exclusive. So we're going to dive right into this. Y'all know exactly what time it is, don't you? You know. Let's go! So the first thing that I'd like to point out is that me and Jumpsuit have completely different styles of content. He comes with a more comedic angle. He has created a character. I mean, clearly, bro, it's a white dude named Pablo, Jumpsuit Pablo. His real name, I assure you, is not Pablo. He's created a character and he does some really good, really intelligent, hilarious, entertaining content with the character that he's created in a lot of his content. He also comes with some of his real life story and other things, but sometimes it can be hard to distinguish and blur the lines between what's what with him. And I think that's great. That keeps me guessing. That keeps me entertained. Myself, I talk a lot about my real life experience, and I'm always as authentic with that as I can possibly be. I do a lot of skits, but I think it's pretty obvious when I come out with the Honaki glasses on or dressed as Big Country going, sure enough, that I am not telling my own personal life story, that it's a play, that it's a script, that it's something that I came up with. Like, I'm not Officer Stevens, bro. Everyone understands that, so it's pretty easy to determine what's me and when I'm just doing something for comedic value. With Pablo, it's a little harder to tell. So I think it's easiest to just dive right on into this, and I'm going to play in sequence these different videos that he put out that had the whole internet tripping one way or the other.
I took over a black prison gang during my 10 years in prison. First, I survived my brutal initiation. I became a gangster disciple. A gang that started in Chicago, Chirac, is known for beefing with rappers such as Lil Durk and King Von. White guys were allowed to join back in the 70s when rival members ran into the shower to shank the founder of the Gangster Disciples, and this white cellmate ran in there after them and saved the founder's life. I quickly realized in prison, the number one rule is always remain useful. If you're not useful to anyone, you are useless to everyone. And if you become useful to the most powerful, dangerous people in there, you become powerful and dangerous. So what was I doing to become so valuable to these people? I can't tell you because it would be stupid for me to get on here and tell you what I was doing in prison. But let's just say by the end of it, I didn't even have to show up to these mandatory gang meetings. They would say, oh, let him go in his cell. He has stuff to do. It's so important. It benefits everybody. The violations when a member breaks a rule or a policy of the gang and they need to be physically punished, I didn't even have to participate in those because I couldn't be bothered. I was too valuable. Not to mention, when I finally got free and came home, I had a very nice gift, probably as a thank you for everything I did for that gang.
So that video got Pablo 5.3 million views. There were 6,400 comments, and a lot of them believed him because of the amount of commissary that he had. A lot of people were calling cap, and a lot of people were telling him that he was going to get killed and that he straight up deserved that. He had a lot of hate in these comments. I didn't show it because a lot of that stuff, I just don't want to participate, and I don't even want to put out on the internet because it's lame how people treat people over the internet. Some people were just wishing death upon him, and other people were straight up sending Pablo death threats for this. And Pablo, being the dude that he is, apparently he decided to give people exactly what they were asking for.
A lot of people in the comments on my one video have been hating the video where I told the truth about how I took over a black prison gang when I was in there for 10 years. All these comments, oh, big cap, he's capping, nah, cap, big cap. Big crap, okay, because you don't know. So, and guess what? I talked to the fellas, the fellas who I was in there with, and some that I wasn't in there with but are still a part. They're coming over today. Yeah, the fellas. They're coming over. We're going to talk. Everything's fine. We had a phone call. They're coming over. I got snacks. I'll get them on here to vouch. I'm hoping. I'm going to try to get a video with the guys, the gang. Get them on here and put all the crap and all the haters to rest. And listen, all you guys who hated, I want you to keep that same energy. Make sure you comment on that video the way you commented on the video saying big cap. Okay, make sure you comment and apologize to me. Apologize and admit you were wrong, but you won't. So, yeah, about an hour, me and the fellas teaming up, collab.
Now, in retrospect, watching that, I feel a little bit dumb, right? That was obviously a little bit slapstick, but at the time, what I was picking up was kind of a drunken, nervous energy. And, who knows? Who knows what's going through a dude's head? I don't know if Pablo's been, super on point or if he's been tipping back the bottle at this point. Maybe he's going through some, mental struggles and, he's getting way out of his depths in the waters with this whole gang thing. I didn't know what was going on, but I was a little bit nervous for him. I'm not gonna lie. Then hours started to pass, and he wasn't answering any texts. Yo, homie, you straight? What's good, bro? Nothing. And then a whole day later, he released this.
I'm sorry, and I apologize for the video I made saying that I took over a black prison gang when I was in prison. And I didn't take over. I didn't have any rank. I just joined, and I didn't really have any say-so over anything. I'm sorry. I apologize for the video, and I also apologize for anyone who I may have disrespected by saying that and making a video about that. I did not mean that, and please just know that I'm sorry and I apologize, and I'm not going to make any more videos about that. Also, I did not, and I'm no longer a member. So, again, I apologize to everyone who is and everyone who felt disrespected.
So now look, he's out of breath, his shirt's messed up a little bit, he's looking off to the side, constantly, he's super nervous, he's apologizing profusely. What you have to realize is that in the gang world, getting kicked out of your gang, getting beat up, mixed up, and kicked out of your gang is an absolute mark of shame. This is not something I would expect somebody to come out and post a video about on the internet as a joke at all whatsoever, because in prison, we take that stuff super seriously. And I understand that probably doesn't make sense to people who are civilians, who've never been to prison, who've never been in a gang. It probably seems absolutely ridiculous, but like getting mixed out is 100% like a scarlet letter, dog. Like nobody wants to carry that. And to say it on the internet, that's just wild to me. This is where I started getting actually legitimately nervous, thinking, yo, this could actually be real, bro. Most dudes that I know that are in gangs would never in a million years come out in public and be like, yeah, like I got beat up and punked out of my gang, bro. Like that's a bad status to be on. And Pablo could have let it lay at this point, but you know Pablo, he goes hard. So, yo, this next video was like, mwah, I really like what he did with this.
I posted a video online apologizing for another video I made where I made things up about taking over a black prison gang. I want everyone to know that I'm okay. You don't need to reach out and don't be worried. I'm totally fine. Nothing has happened to me. There's nothing wrong with me, as you can see. Also, if I do not post on social media, please don't let it worry you. I know that you may be worried, and thank you for reaching out. But right now, I may just take some time to think about the video I made and just make sure that I don't make any videos like that in the future that could possibly disrespect anyone in those videos. Thank you again, but you don't need to worry, and I promise I am totally fine.
Come on, y'all. Dude played that pretty good. He's looking off to the side. He's clearly nervous. The sock I thought was a nice touch. How the sock was like half off of his foot. And where was he, man? He looked like he's in squalor, like he's in some abando or something, man. Like, that definitely was giving creepy, abandoned trap house, crack house type of vibes. This was where people started thinking that maybe I was behind it. I had a bunch of people accusing me of being behind this and having kidnapped Pablo myself because I'm in the middle of building my own house, and right now it looks like this. We're framing, there's some insulation in, the drywall's not there yet. This was one of the wildest parts of the whole conspiracy theory angle that people went to on this, to me personally. I'm all the way in Eugene, Oregon. He's in South Carolina. That's all the way across the country. What? I nabbed him and then drove his ass in the trunk all the way back here to my house? That don't even make sense. And his gang and my gang, like, we're not beefing, but we're not aligned with each other either. So there's absolutely no motivation for me to do anything like that to my homeboy Pablo. Now, a lot of other people said that they thought that I was in on it and I knew what was going on the whole time because I kept making videos on it. Bro, if one of your friends was posting stuff like this and you were a content creator and this was your genre, like prison, gangs, like that's my genre, that's my lived experience, you would be doing content on it too, man. Breaking down the play-by-play, reporting on it. I tried to remain as objective as humanly possible while also giving my lived experience angle on this stuff, but I had no idea what was actually going on the whole time. So this whole thing was already picking up steam on the internet, but this next clip is where everybody started going completely crazy. This is where World Star jumped in. This is where it started to get really nuts.
Hey, oh my God, bro. I'm good. Listen, I'm good, guys. They let me go. I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't even know what the, bro. I'm good. I don't even know where I'm at. I got like, what the, I got like 17. Oh my God. It's like 20 missed calls from my mom. I already sent my girlfriend my location. She's coming to pick me up. She's like it's like 2 hours away. I don't even know where the, what the, hey, World Star Hip Hop, thank you. You saved my, bro, you saved my life. I don't even know who did that. Whoever wrote that article, give them a raise. They saved my life. I swear they were going to smoke me. They weren't even going to let me go. I woke up this morning. They were huddled around talking about, there's like some story about me on World Star Hip Hop. And it's like the whole mood, hang on. The whole mood changed. It's like too much heat and they got spooked and they let me go. We like came to agreement. I'm not going to snitch. I'm not going to say who it was, but oh my God. Thank you, World Star Hip Hop. Listen, guys,
my girlfriend's coming. I'm just gonna like go back here or something. I don't even know if what are they gonna change their mind or something? I don't know. But I'm okay. I'm gonna make a video hang on. Oh my God. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. I need some rest. I need to just go home and see my girlfriend and my cats, and I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you guys everything they did. And I'm fine now. I'm going home. She's coming to get me. But I promise, I'm telling you everything was. I'm getting my revenge. I promise you, I'm getting my revenge.
Okay, so now that he's safe, and I know that he's safe, and it was all a joke, that is funny, man. Like, Pops is gonna be mad at me, but his face looks swollen, like bruises you could do makeup. But to me, it looked like he was swolled up, bro. And his lip, that's a legit split lip. Yo, I fell for it for a minute, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there were moments in this whole thing where I was like, nah, he playing, bro. He 100% playing. I saw this video and I was like, damn, is this actually real? Like, yo, dude got me. I'm gettable, 100%. I'll admit that I am wrong sometimes. I see that and I'm like, yo, like, you can fake makeup. You can't fake swollen. You can't fake a split lip. What, did he have somebody punch him in his shit, bro? Like, I didn't think he would dedicate and commit that hard to it to be fake, to have somebody punching him in his shit on some hoax shit. But like, yo, look, it is what it is, man. Like, dude got me. I admit it, 100%. I was concerned at this point. I was still remaining objective about the whole entire thing. A lot of people got caught up on saying that the teeth were missing in different places in different videos, and that's clearly because if you're holding your phone and you're in selfie mode, it mirrors the camera. If somebody else is holding it and it's in front mode, that doesn't mirror it. So that 100% explains it. Some people were saying, yo, his shirt wasn't bloody. His shirt would have been bloody if they knocked his teeth out. He was already missing those teeth. He pulled them out in that first video that pissed people off to show everybody that he was missing teeth from before. So like, it was pretty easy for me to get fooled by this one. Like, I feel like kind of dumb now. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, he kind of got my ass with this one. But bro, I do think it was genius, and I do think it was classic. Now, you know who put me up on the evidence that this was all 100% fake? You guys did, my community. All of you beautiful animals. I was on a live, and it turns out Pablo was on live over there on TikTok, and I didn't know that he was doing a live, but you guys did. And some of you jumped over there, and you saw what was going on, and you guys saw that he had no bruising. And it was 3 hours after he posted that last video. Let's get into that live real quick and I'll show you a clip of how that went down. So I just keep getting yelled at to go jump on live with Pablo. You know what? I'll pull it up over here right now. I want to see if Pablo has bruising or not. Let's find out. Since we're doing a thing about him right now.
I'm gonna tell you when you stepping up out of line, bro, you need to check yourself. Like, yo, homie, I'm trying to look
no bruising.
You're supposed to be a brother, right?
No bruising.
I'm just checking my brother the way I'm supposed to be doing.
This is what it is. Pablo got no bruising on him right now on live. Oh, they're cooking him up. They're cooking him up on here, y'all. Ooh.
I'm in North Carolina, Paul.
That's crazy.
Man, I'm less than 100 miles from you, bro. So what?
He's got somebody on here threatening him.
So what? Nothing. What the fuck you talking about? North
Damn. Yeah, I see swelling too. I don't see no bruising. Bro, he's...
I'm literally right around the corner.
Yo.
Yo, brother, all I'm saying is you look like you're waiting on your Xbox to fire back up. That's all.
He's on here trolling this dude who's threatening him in true Pablo fashion. All right. I mean, I guess we see what time it is, man. It looks like Pablo's bruises have disappeared in a matter of 3 hours. You know, it looks swollen. Swelling will go down faster than the bruising will disappear. So I guess we all know what time it is. All of you that told me that he's on live, you guys just helped us solve this right here. So clearly the jig was up right here when he did this live and he didn't have any bruising, but he kept playing it, man. He kept rolling it out. He did a couple more videos. He said that he was looking for another gang to join him so that they could slide and go get revenge on his homeboys. Then he had another video where he said, a gang has accepted me. I've paid my initiation fees and they're coming over and we're going to talk about what we're going to do. And I even have snacks and refreshments for this gang, which, yo, that blew my mind. That was crazy. Clearly he's trolling at this point. Everybody's just along for the ride. And then he released this video, which I think was the chef's kiss out of all of it.
Also, I did not.
Oh, hey, Jumpsuit Pablo here. This may look familiar. And first, let me say, if you're someone who's new to the TikTok, recently came, or just someone who couldn't see through the fact that I was trolling the trolls, I'm sorry. But after the hundreds of hate and troll comments on the original video, the very true, authentic, factual video of how I took over a black prison gang, I figured instead of getting mad and angry at the trolls who said, they're gonna kill you for this, they're gonna smoke you for this, they're gonna get you for that, Pablo. He wasn't doing that in prison. He was probably doing, well, I'm not gonna say what they said, but you get it. I figured, hey, maybe I'll just give them exactly what they are praying so hard happens to me.
But trolls, no need to thank me. In fact, at a total of nearly 15 million views in a week, and at the average rate of $1,000 per 1 million views on TikTok, I should be thanking you. And that, my friends, should be a masterclass in what to do with your haters and everyone who's preying on your downfall. Oh, and please, don't ever question if I have what it takes to take over a prison gang ever again.
Okay, so dude filmed that video exposing the locations where he had done the other videos. He broke it down for everybody. He even gave the reason exactly why he took everybody on that ride. Personally, a lot of people were in my comments saying, bro, aren't you mad that he didn't get back to you? I'm not. I think it's genius. I think it's hilarious. I can take a joke, bro. I can take a joke better than I can take a dick. I'll tell you that much. Wait, that sounded weird. Jack, save me! Like, I might look like this, and I might have been to prison, and I might have been a career criminal, but like humor, I get humor. I think I have a great sense of humor. Jax, do I have a good sense of humor? Oh, well, I think I do, and my mom thinks I'm special, so you. So look, so everybody knows there's no grudge, there's no beef, and I even got Jumpsuit to come on, do an interview with me, and talk about this whole situation in which he breaks it down. The only thing that I forgot to talk to him about that I kind of regret is the cops actually got called and got involved in this whole situation. Somebody called the cops and did a wellness check on him, and the popo showed up at his house at like midnight and woke him up and scared his girl, got him out of the bed. They were like going around his house with flashlights in his windows and everything. We'll get into that later, but I want to give you guys the interview that I did with Jumpsuit because he was kind enough to jump on here. He said he felt like he owed it to me, man, but like, yo, he gave me entertainment. He gave me laughs. I know he gave you guys entertainment and laughs, so let's get into that right now. All right, everybody, so as promised, here is the man Jumpsuit himself, and we're going to chop this up and get both sides of this story because we know exactly what he pulled. We know the troll. We know the genius behind it, so let's figure out some of the details. Jumpsuit, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you, buddy.
I know. I appreciate you, brother, in more ways than one.
So, look, man, a lot of people seem to be mad. I feel like a lot of people feel like you pulled some wool over their eyes.
Yeah. It's got, I mean, from what I've seen, it's kind of split, and I think both sides are valid.
What was your intention? Because I don't think your intention was to, really have people out there worried or anything. No. And I know that that's not really in your heart. And a lot of people have been like, why aren't you mad at Jumpsuit? You guys are friends and he wasn't responding to your calls and you guys are in regular contact and everything. I don't take it personal. I don't take it to heart. But can you give us just kind of an idea of what was going on in your mind while you were doing all this?
Yeah. And I think it's important to say, because there's a lot of people who have come and just got on this solely because of this sequence of events or, and don't really know anything else about my content. And first, you know, I do YouTube, I do TikTok. YouTube, I keep it a little more serious, and none of this really happened on YouTube, but it was all on TikTok. TikTok is just a different platform, man. And I have always mostly done comedy. You know, there's been a month here or there where I might have posted a few serious videos, but my rise came from doing these comedy skits, which I mean, I think a lot of these new people kind of missed that and didn't realize that. And if you go back far enough, or you just go back to some of my old stuff, I've always played this kind of comedy, goofy character of a guy who is really naive, really green to the workings of prison life and just street life, even outside of prison, but always seems to find himself in some sticky situation in prison or outside of street life. He always says the wrong things. And if you go back and watch these videos, you kind of start to see that. I mean, with the snacks, I'm bringing snacks for the fellas. I'm doing that. You know, he always does the wrong stuff. And that's the whole joke, you know. But I understand everybody that doesn't know that, and isn't aware of that, or it's been a few months since I've really done a lot of comedy, and maybe people just, you know, they're not too hip to that, and that's not really what's in their mind immediately when they see those. So I get that. But as far as, so I'm just putting that out there, first of all. And as far as why I did this, it all started with this is a serious story of mine about my experience with the prison gang that was predominantly Black, you know, and I posted that. And of course I knew there'd be plenty of, you know, people who didn't like it or would hate. There would be ones who, hey, as they like anything else I post, they'll like it, you know. But that one kind of blew up a little unexpectedly, and you got a lot of new people coming in, and they didn't like that. And they're, you know, me and my buddy, this is really how it started. Me and my buddy and my girl were sitting on the couch, chilling, drinking a little bit. We're reading the comments because this is starting to blow up. There's comments coming in rapidly from people who do not follow me. They've never seen me before. And they're just like, they're going to get you, Pablo. Oh, I hope they get him. Oh, though they're not going to like to hear that. He's going to get messed up. They're going to check him. They're going to press him. They're going to find him. Oh, this guy's going to come up missing. They're going to, you know, anything you can imagine. These guys were just gambling on it, betting their bottom dollar it was going to happen to me. And me and my buddy and my girl are just kind of messing around. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, it was my idea. But, you know, me and my buddy mostly were just messing around. And I'm just like, wouldn't it be funny if I just, like, the very next video, I was just like, I'm going to show all you haters, all you naysayers, I just invited the fellas over. I put some snacks out. I got refreshments, and they're coming over to vouch. And then, like, just post another one an hour or two later, and it's just me all roughed up, like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't, you know, blah, 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 blah. And just how about I just play out the exact sequence of events that they're hoping and predicting so confidently is going to happen to me? How about I just do it and give it to them? And so, just, you know.
Look, man, did you have, like, the whole playbook right from gate, or were you just kind of winging it as it went and it kept snowballing?
I was winging it video by video because, like I said, I posted the original video, which I was serious about. It wasn't really a skit. And then I saw all the hate and the trolls who were just saying all this. Oh, he was glucking in prison. You know, he was doing this, you know, all that. So I'm like, you know, I can take a joke. You know what I mean? Hope you can. Hope y'all can, you know, because I can. So let me tell you what I'll do. You know, so I get on there. I act real mad. That was, I had those next two videos planned out. I'll get on here. It's the setup, you know, the kind of throw the ball in the air, and then I'm going to swing it home. And I was like, I'm just going to tell them, hey, they're coming over. And we're going to prove to all of you guys everything I said is true. You'll see. You'll all see. Give me about an hour. You'll see. And then it, like, 4 hours goes by, and everyone's commenting, oh, I think something happened. Oh, I don't know what's going on. And so then I just come out. I got my buddy. We went out there to my backyard. I got an old white t-shirt. I don't like white t-shirts, but I just had a little pack of 3. So I stretched the collar out a little bit. I didn't want to overdo it. You know, didn't want to be all gory and stuff, but I just kind of stretched the collar out like I got jacked up, you know, put up against the wall or something. And I'm out there, and it's against my shed in the backyard. There's, like, gnats flying around and stuff. It just looks like I'm out in the middle of who knows where. You know, like, these guys have just taken me to who knows where. And, you know, got my breathing pretty heavy and all that stuff. And I was just like, you know, and then we just start the video, and it's just, I'm sorry. I never, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that'd probably be pretty funny. I can't wait to see all those people. They're going to love it. They're going to get on there and they're going to be like, I knew it was coming. This goofball, this piece of crap, blah, blah,
Hold
blah.
on, man. Are you telling me that you went out there? What'd you do? Jumping jacks? Did you do burpees to get yourself winded?
I took about a shot or two of tequila. And I first of all, and that's probably what it made it seem like it would be so funny, I guess, in hindsight. And then I went out there and I remember telling my buddy, he was about to start. I'm like, wait. I'm like, let me try to like hyperventilate or something, and I just like kind of put my hands on my knees and just started like breathing real heavy in and out. And so then that's why when the clip starts, I'm just like, I'm sorry, and as you saw in the clip I eventually posted where I was like showing the bloopers, I knew I wanted to make it like a minute or so long, and like it was like at 56 seconds, and I ran out of stuff to really say because we're just doing one take. We only did one take. All these videos were one take, and I ran out of stuff to say at 56 seconds. And you'll see me. I'm just like, and also and I just started laughing because I ran out of stuff to say. But I'm like, well, let's start another clip, and I'll start it like I'm looking off to the side, as if I've just been directed of what else I need to say. And we'll start it like that, as if I forgot what they coached me to say on this apology video. And so then when the cut happens, I'm like kind of giving like this nod off to the side, like, okay, and then I'm just like, and also I blah, 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 and so that was the video. And I'm like, let's post it. I don't even know if they'll believe it. That looks pretty good, but who knows, and I posted it and it just went. I didn't think it would get that big. I really didn't. I didn't think it was going to get the response it got, but people were like, they were going crazy over it, and a lot of them loved it.
Let's talk real quick. One of the main things that a lot of people got caught up on was they kept saying that you had blacked out your teeth on one side for a video, and then on the next video, your teeth were blacked out on the other side. And like, I tried to run it down to people that like, as a content creator, yeah, exactly. As a content creator, if you're holding your phone for selfie mode, it's going to mirror it. If somebody else is holding the camera and you're getting it from that angle, then it's not going to be mirrored. So
exactly,
like that made sense. People kept saying you're stupid, you're falling for it. Look, the teeth keep switching up, and I'm like,
that's true. Yeah.
I mean, I know a little bit about an iPhone, so that's not really the thing. Another thing, Burner 420 had mentioned was that each of those videos were over a minute. And like, to me, like if I was going to kidnap somebody and they were in violation and I was going to get some money out of them and I knew they got this TikTok money coming, I'd want to rack that up, bro. If I saw these, like, if I was in a gang and I was holding somebody hostage and ransom and I saw they were raking up money while I had them hostage, I'd want to rake up those views. I'd want to put something that was over a minute out too, because, gang members aren't stupid. And like, honestly, the way that politics are going with gangs, a lot of this stuff is people building clout and reputation off social media these days. You saw what happened with 6ix9ine getting beat up. Them dudes couldn't wait after they beat him up to put that straight up on the internet. I mean, they went to prison for it, but they built a name for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Like, like you said, it's just, as far as just the actual like gang involved, I mean, things are definitely different these days. Not to say it's not still dangerous, but there's definitely like there's a lot more care, or they care a lot more about, I mean, anything, pushing a mixtape, a new song, that new video just dropped, or a clothing line, clothing brand. I mean, whatever. I mean, that's just the move these days. And when that's a totally valid way of looking at it. When you got somebody who has a following, a lot of people think I just went from 0 to 500,000 on TikTok because of this stunt. But that's not true. So I already, decent sized on there. And so, yeah, I mean, it's totally valid that if that had been happening, they would see that, I'm getting paid. I don't have a job. We don't have a job. We do this is what we do, so I have to be getting paid for this. You get updates, analytic updates about what you've earned, on any video you post, so, I mean, definitely as a creator, I could see why you would be like, well, maybe a lot of you don't see this, but because not everybody is a creator. But yeah, these are some things they could be paying attention to. And of course you're going to want to get a bag. They're paying very nicely on TikTok nowadays. So yeah, there's that. And about the camera, that I thought about that too. I was like, all my videos, I'm always holding it using front facing camera. I'm like, this time I got my buddy. I was like, I want you to hold it. I want you to use the back camera, of course. And also I'm not going to put hashtags. That's another thing. I always put my signature hashtags. I said, I'm going to pretend that they didn't even think, these guys, they're doing something. They got an agenda. They're not even thinking about hashtags and social optimization for a platform. And that was something that was pointed out a lot too. And I was like,
bro, that caught me. That caught me. When I saw there was no hashtags, I'm like, I know my boy's hashtags, bro, because I watch his videos all the time. Like, hey, we're friends and everything, but like I'm a Jumpsuit Pablo content fan. I know what my boy does. And I'm like, this looks like, okay, so first I caught that it wasn't the front face camera, at all whatsoever. And clearly it was like far enough back that it seemed unsteady. So I didn't think that you were using a ring cam. Right. And I was analyzing the video, trying to, like sort of unpack it. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit of a little Batman in me, a little bit of a detective. I'm like, there ain't a single hashtag, bro. And I know my boy uses some hashtags. This don't look like his signature, bro. It's like your hashtags are your signature at the bottom. Right. I put hashtags on all of my TikTok content.
Well, it's funny. I some of my hashtags I got from your videos. So.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
I said, look, JD, he's popping. I need to grab some of these hashtags. So
yeah, well, I mean, it helps over there. It don't do nothing over here on YouTube. But that's kind of a signature thing. And so let's talk about this. You went on in the next video after that, you had makeup on.
Well, there was one before that, the in the shed.
Oh, the shed. That's correct, man. That's correct.
Well, see that one, and see, I never planned to do that one because I didn't know I didn't know what would even happen. I just as much believed everyone would get on there and be like, yeah, bull crap, on the one of me with the stretch collar apologizing. But it turned out it did so good. And I kind of, at that point, my inspiration just really came from what the majority of the comments were saying. And there were a lot of people who were glad to see it. And they were like, I bet he's, where is bro? They got bro out in the middle of nowhere. He's hot. Bro's hostage. Bro's kidnapped. They're never letting him go. So I'm like, and they were laughing and they loved it. So I'm like, well, I guess that's our next move then, huh? And I kind of figured I was like, I guess at that point I was like, well, what would the actual people who are holding me want to be posted? So because at this point, this video is blowing up more than I thought it would. So there's a lot of heat coming. They would probably want me to do something that may get the heat off them, like come out and just have me say, hey, I'm fine. Nothing's wrong with me. Hey, look, I'm all good. But add just enough to where there's just something a little suspicious about it. So I had my girl go out there and hold the camera that time. And I remember even telling her, like when we started, I was like, babe, hold the camera up a little above your head because she's so short. I'm like, I need it to seem like a taller person holding this. And then I just kind of looked at her hand. She held her hand or something up, and I just kind of used that as if it was a cue card. And so the whole time I'm like moving my eyes as if I'm reading off of that, but I'm really just freestyling the whole, I'm fine. You don't need to check on me, blah, blah, blah. And that's like my workout shit. That's where all my, a lot of people, a few people did see the shadow of a speed bag in that video. And they were like, I see a speed bag, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, Yeah. I mean, they could have me in their gym. Who knows? But so at that point, so we posted it again, no hashtags. And, most people were like, oh shit. That's where they're like, oh, he's really being held hostage. So I was like, well, that blew up just as much, just about. And so at that point, I was like, well, I don't want to keep this going because then people were getting concerned. So I was like, well, let me just, if I'm going to keep it going, I'll at least show that like I've got the fuck out of there. I've gotten out of there. And that's where the one in the field with the bruises came in.
Talk about the bruises, bro. Like, so,
man,
like, look, crazy. Man, it looked like there was swelling, and like, I don't know a lot about makeup, bro. Like, I'm not that dude. Like, I've never used makeup for bruises or anything. But I know a little bit about bruising. But your face looked swollen to me, bro. Like, were you legitimately like? Because I noticed your lip was actually split, dog, and that's what threw me off. Was the split lip, because you can like do bruising, you can't do swelling, and you can't do a fake split in
Right.
your lip, bro. Like
Right.
that looked like a real ass scab, homie. Was that makeup too?
That was 'cause I can't remember the exact day that, like the day before that I made that video, but I know I drank that night. Because as a content creator, you have like a different, you don't just necessarily party on the weekends and work all in the weekday. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of just like you choose when your day off is. And so whatever day it was, I had gotten kind of drunk that night and I was dehydrated. And I remember waking up in the morning, I was very dehydrated. I didn't drink enough water and I kind of yawned and it just split my lip a little bit. And so I was like, well, this is kind of gonna help. You know what I mean? And I just didn't put chapstick on. I was like, babe, let's go film this. Let's go find a field. We drove around in a field. Or well, not in a field, but we drove around till we found, I mean, we're in South Carolina, there's fields around here. So I kind of drove around and there's a field. And if I'd have turned that camera around, there's a whole like workplace building on the other side of that field, so
you just kind of lucked out with the drinking, like the lip just split.
yeah.
Thanks.
And now I remember it was
help.
I think it was a Sunday that we filmed that. So Saturday I had gotten drunk Saturday night. So yeah, and it just purely out of being dehydrated. I woke up that morning, yawned, and it like felt it split. That's why it's just a little bitty black like thing right there. And I was just like, well, that's gonna help me. The makeup, I know I went to the Halloween shop because I was like, I'm just gonna go out with a bang. So I went to the Halloween because this is going to be the final one. I've escaped. I'm out. I'm not going to keep it going because it had already blown up bigger than I thought it would. So, and we got like a bruise kit from the Halloween shop, but turns out that makeup's really cheap and just like disintegrates, which I didn't realize till I got on live and everyone was like, what happened to your bruises? But, so yeah, we did that. My girl applied that. At first it wasn't looking that great, but I was like, man, just go crazy with it. And like, we put that all over. It comes with like a yellow for the yellowing. It comes with like a green, like a black, a purple. And I was like, don't put any red because that will get taken down, but, so yeah, we just did it all up. And that's like you said, it looked like I was swollen. That's what probably hurt me the most. When I was reading comments, it was like, clearly this isn't a skit. His nose has been broken. And I'm like, okay, no, hold on now. There's nothing.
What's wrong with my nose?
Yeah, what's wrong with what do you mean my nose is broken? Or I was like, look at him. His face has clearly been beaten to a pulp. He's swollen. I'm like, what? Well, I'm not swollen. What are you talking about? What's going on? So that hurt a little bit. But yeah, so we put the bruises on. I was like, this is perfect. Let's go. We drove out there to the field. That was one take, man. I ran out there in the middle of the field.
Were there people watching you pretend to be a hostage all beat up in a field with your phone?
No, because see, it was like I said, there's a business right on the other side of that big field. It's like if you drive down the road on this side, there's a big field, and then on this side, it's a big business. But it was a Sunday, so no one was there. But my girl was just kind of out there in the car, just like waiting. She was trying not to laugh too hard because I'm just out there running around in the field, going just in distress. But and I still tried to throw some clues in there for people like, I got to go home and see my cats, and just little stuff like that. Like,
bro, that killed me. The cat thing killed me. But like, genuinely, we all know you have a really deep bond with your cat. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, that's true. I wear a hat a lot of times that says cat dad. I got a shirt that says best cat dad. I'm a cat guy. So, I mean, that could definitely still be seen as not a joke. I would genuinely be that ready to go home and see my little cats. So
I know when me and Jax go to do, like when I do public speaking for recovery events, or if I fly out to do a podcast or an interview, I miss the hell out of my little ass dog, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't stand him when he licks his butthole and then tries to kiss me on the face. But like when I'm not around him for a couple days, I genuinely miss that little dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So, a lot of people are like that, but on that one, it seemed like more people than ever were like, okay, now I believe this until this one. But a lot of people still believed it. But there were a lot more people on that one who were like, all right, gig's up. Which that's where I was trying to take it anyways, because then you see the next few videos are clear trolls,
Well, for me, like, so look, I became kind of skeptical about it, but like there was still stuff that was like, bro, like for me, being your friend, I'm like, if I come out on the internet and I'm like, this is obvious BS and stuff, and like it happened to be real, bro.
Yeah.
And like I'm out there like throwing shade on you and like something happens to you, bro. I'm like, bro, I just got to stay objective with this, just
Right.
report on what I see and just present people the information and allow people to come up with their own conclusion from it, because there's some things that I see that might be inconsistencies. But if I turn out to be wrong, bro, if I'm off base, if my radar ain't true, and I'm out here talking bad about like my good friend, bro,
Right.
bro, I'm gonna be dead, bro. I'll
Well,
feel so
yeah.
bad.
Exactly. And that's what killed me. Because when I did this, I kind of went radio silent. Like you said, I saw your videos once I kind of like came back, probably after that bruise, when I kind of came back to where, well, now I'm home, I can interact, because it was killing me just to read my comments and not interact. But, and I started seeing all your videos. I'm just like, man, because I had turned off notifications on Instagram, Snapchat, text message, phone call. I kind of let my family know, hey, just so you know, just in case I'm doing some skits. But I guess I should have thought to let you know, you know what I mean? But I didn't, and I was like, man, that crushed me when I saw those that you had
I'm
made.
not mad at you. A lot of people keep saying that I should be mad at you. Like, how am I gonna hate on my homie? People, I read the comments in that video that started all of this, bro, and I was genuinely mad for you. So, like, for you to get some get back on some mastermind content type of stuff, bro, like, look, I talk about a lot of stuff that's just real ass stuff. And then I do skits that are like super clearly skits.
Right.
All you did was blur the lines between the two of those a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
nobody ever thinks
true.
when I jump up with Honaki glasses on that like I'm trying to tell a real story. You know what I'm saying? All you did was blur those lines a little bit. When it really like, when for me, I was like 100% okay, dude's okay. I was on a live on YouTube, and all my people are like, Pablo's on live on TikTok right now. And I'm like, oh, really? And they're like, yeah, he got no bruises. And I'm like, hold up. So I grab my phone, right? And I like whip it up on there. And I'm like, bro, he got no bruises, y'all. Like, okay, the boy's okay. My dude's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I figured that we would talk and do a little something about this and like just clear the air on it and everything, because I know that like we got a lot of mutual viewers and a lot of people were showing genuine concern when I was reporting on it. And then a lot of people were telling me I was naive and dumb as hell and cap. But bro, like just legitimately like reporting on it objectively was what I felt like was the right thing to do.
And to add to that, I mean, the things you were saying, I mean, when I watched all the videos, I had to watch them all in kind of like a burst when I got back on, turned on all my stuff. You weren't really like pushing like that. This is no, trust me, guys, this is absolutely what's going on. This is no, I heard you say many times, hey, if this is the case, if this is really what's happening with them, if this is really going on, then, this and this, which are true. If that's what's really going on, those things do apply. I mean, that's all you were doing is giving your experienced information and outlook and just your advice on everything going on. If this is the case, but we all know social media and it could not be the case. And that's kind of what I got from your videos. So, and people have asked, did JD know about all this? No, he didn't, and I did feel bad, once I saw like the genuine concern, because it was never meant to concern you or anybody. It was only meant to really just boost up the trolls who were hoping so hard something would happen to me and then just pull the rug right from out under their feet.
Bro, they were begging for your downfall. And
yeah,
you 100%
they
took them
loved
on
it.
that ride, bro. That was genius.
Oh, they loved it every second of the way. I knew it, that he deserves everything he's getting. I hope they teach him a lesson. And I was just like, I can't wait to tell these.
Imagine living in a place where you come on the internet just to like wish people doom, bro.
Oh
Like,
man, miserable.
I mean,
bro.
Like I get it. If somebody's like, if somebody's a child abuser or somebody's like, like Hitler or something like I get that, bro. But just like a dude who's out here just telling his story. So like clearly with your gang, you knew where you stood enough to know that this was not something that was going to get you out of bounds, right?
Right.
But can we talk just for a second? Would you encourage people on the internet to just be reckless and talk about prison gangs or criminal organizations on the internet?
No. I mean, absolutely not. And like I said, everything you said in all your videos, just assessing the situation, as if, if this is the case, it all applies. It's all true. And you didn't say anything that was a lie or anything that is wrong. And like you said, I mean, I know where I'm at. I know what's going on down here in South Carolina. Some people feel I don't, but I know what's going on with me and why I do the things I do, but I still can't even say that it's not the fact that I probably did make a lot of people mad. I probably did make someone in this gang or that gang mad, and they probably do want to do something if they ever saw me, you know what I mean? Or if we ever cross paths, you know, we'll just have to see, you know, how that goes. You know, we'll just have to find out. But, you know, so it's not even like, you know, I know where I'm at with my people, but that's still not even to say that there's someone out there who saw that who doesn't like it one bit, and they might hope they get to see me and run into me one day. I still could face a problem for that, which, I mean, that's fine. But so, yeah, definitely wouldn't encourage that at all. Because,
well, we got to see a few seconds of you on that bag the other day, bro. It looks like you could probably hold your own. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you're what? You're 6'1"?
6'1", about 230. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So,
yeah.
Look, I mean, people can hate all they want. People can say whatever they want. You pulled a joke, a prank, a troll, the old, you know, shenanigan, and you ended up on World Star Hip Hop. You,
Man,
I was on your live yesterday, and 1090 Jake reached out. He was watching your live, and he said he slid with you, bro.
He said he's sliding with me.
Yeah, bro. So people can say whatever people want to say, bro. Like the reality is, if you wanted to pull some prank, this was some jackass Tom Green level style stuff right here. Yeah. And a lot of people were entertained. They can be mad all they want, but a lot of people were entertained.
And, you know, if there, you know, there's people out there, and if you are someone out there who's like, I don't give a crap how funny you think you are, funny man, this wasn't funny to me. And, well, I can't say that's not valid. That's your opinion. And I get that. And my humor isn't your humor, you know, and if that's the case, that's fine. You know, if you don't want to watch my stuff, that's fine. There are just as many who probably don't like it, who do like it. I've gotten a lot of support, who loved it, loved every bit of it. Or maybe they knew what was going on the whole time. And I think, well, those are who need to be a part of my community and watch my stuff, you know. And if you don't like what I did, then you probably don't need, you know, you're just, our stuff just isn't, we're just not going to click. And my content isn't going to really resonate well with you. So, but you know, that's fine. You can feel that way, you know.
So what's the next move for Jumpsuit Pablo?
I don't know, going viral again. stay tuned. We're going viral again.
Hey, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit here and talk with my community. And I just want to say, next time, bro, shoot up a flag, bro. Shoot up a smoke signal. You know what I'm saying? Pull out your BlackBerry and hit me on AOL and let me know what's going on, fella.
For sure. Hey, listen, it's nothing for me to take time out. If anything, I owe it to you to take time out, because you were genuinely concerned. Any message I eventually got once I turned everything back on was just pure concern, and just wanting to be there for me and help in any way you could. And so for not letting you know, I apologize. And I do appreciate you being a friend. We met through content, but you've been nothing but a friend, even aside from this, before this, anytime we've interacted. Always been a good dude, just as genuine as you are on your platforms. So if anything, I owe it to you just to come and help shed any light I can on it. So I appreciate you, brother.
Well, there's never been any hard feelings, man. I can appreciate the game. I respect the game. Thank you. I was concerned, but I was also entertained, homie, as well as a lot of the people on my channels were, in this community were. So thank you, man. And I'll catch you on the next one, bro. I think me and you have some plans that we're working on for future content. That won't be a trick, you guys. It's going to be okay. It's not going to be a trick. No one's going to get their feelings hurt. It's going to be really cool, but like you're not going to sit there going, man, he took my credit card number. My feelings are hurt. So stay tuned for that. I appreciate you, Jumpsuit.
Hey, thank you, brother. Love you.
Love you too, man. Talk to you soon.
Oh, hello. You guys are back. Welcome. So I think you guys could see the Jumpsuit really didn't have like bad intentions with what he did at all whatsoever. And I don't really think you could call too much cap on a dude who's known for doing prison skits. Personally, the dude is my homie and I'm a stand by him. I'm a back him, man. I'm not mad even a little bit that he didn't get a hold of me, bro. Dude was like method acting. Like, and he didn't even do no weird stuff like Jared Leto be doing to people when he be acting with them. He just kind of ghosted for a minute, you know? So anyway, I hope this clears the whole thing up. Thank you guys for riding out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't subscribed, that's on you, man. You're missing the boat, bro. We don't need to pander to y'all. If y'all don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. That's fine. We're not going to be mad about it at all. It's okay.
But if you sat through an almost hour-long video and you didn't hit the like button, that's trifling. You should do that for me. I love you guys, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my community. Thank you for being a part of my recovery. And as always, be good or be good at it, baby. We gonna catch you on the next one. I'm out. Hey, Tex!
Yeah?
Does this look too big for my body?
What? I'm calling your doctor.